Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the WBC Arena. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. And first up, we have Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach. And they'll be facing James Buster Douglas, 6'3.5" tall with a reach of 83 inches.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach, use that long jab. Do it that way, you'll be safe all night.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. Buster Douglas, the fighter you can never look past. Just ask Mike Tyson.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Columbus, Ohio, in the United States, here is an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, introducing James Buster Douglas.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice exchange here from both men. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Ali in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Come on, you're switching on.
Here we go for round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Trying to land that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is gonna have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. No rest for the weary. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
You've got to fight dirty, Todd. You've got to get in close. You've got to fight on the blind side of the referee. You've got to find a way in.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink, because one big shot and this thing could be over. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Well done with that counter shot. Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Ali in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Get your focus back. Get that jab back.
Here we go to the 4th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The straight right just misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Looking to land the hook. Nice counter shot. Can't find a home for that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get...
Switch on.
On to the fifth we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
These two fighters are made for one another. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They're both trying for a knockout. Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
Don't forget the jump.
On to the sixth round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Swing and a miss with that jab. A perfect counter lands. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. And we may see an early stoppage here. That was the moment.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Do you believe this? They exchange punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's like,
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing?
There's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Hold it right there. What a massive upset this would be. And Buster Douglas goes to the canvas. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
You let him back into the fight, then.
And there's the bell for round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
All right, hook misses. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Can't find a home with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
What are you doing?
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You can see the heavy Whoa, wait a minute! They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. And this with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it.
Time set.
And here comes the 10th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Tried to score with a jab. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. catch and shoot. Which fighter will say no mas? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. You've been coasting this fight.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The straight right just misses. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round. And Buster goes down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now. Hold it right there. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.